Harmonica time. Let's get going. Let me go tweet. Let me go post this on the website. Live streaming. Copy. Close. Time for harmonica. I realized right before class, I was like, "Oh, I didn't brush my teeth yet," and that's one of our cardinal sins in harmonica is not brushing your teeth often enough. So I ran to brush my teeth, and so now you know something about me you didn't know before. I have freshly brushed teeth. Update. Let's go put our link onto Twitter. https://mammothgardens.com. Mammothgardens.com. Mammothgardens.com. And then I've been putting on one of the harmonica things. Let's see, harmonica. Let's put the dog nose on today, and we'll tweet that. And then so here in Denver, let me tell you a story about what we have going on in Denver. Those of you who don't know, back in the day when I was growing up, Colorado was definitely very right-leaning type of state, and still the majority of the state is still not the majority of the people, but the majority of the land mass here is still very right-leaning. And cowboy music, our number one station, I think it may still be that way. But when I was growing up, it was far and away the number one station was the cowboy music station. And they don't really play cowboy music on there anymore. They play pretty girls with southern accents singing songs about stuff. That's what they put on there. And it may still be the number one radio station. I don't know if anybody listens to the radio anymore. But so it's kind of a cowboy town. Then all of a sudden things changed, and all these, young people moved into the city. They figured out, hey, going hiking is cool. And I'm a millennial and I can go anywhere I want. And they have marijuana there. So all these young people moved into town. Started actually back in the late 80s when they built the baseball stadium. The whole downtown changed, and all these young hip people moved into downtown, and blah blah blah. So the city went far much further to the left, much more that way, whereas the rest of the state kind of stayed the same. And Boulder's always been off to the left side of things, but the Denver itself saw a huge transition. Well, there's this place that's been famous forever, Grizzly Rose Saloon. Grizzly Rose Saloon is where you are. If you are a cowboy and you want to go dancing, you go to the Grizzly Rose Saloon. This gigantic, monstrous place up north. I have never been in there because I don't like cowboy music, but that's where all the cowboys go. And so, of course, now we have there's rules, things like you can only have 50 people inside at a time, and you have to wear masks. And of course, oddly enough, the Grizzly Rose Saloon owners can't understand that message. And so over the weekend, for the multiple times they've done this repeatedly, they had a big get together, hundreds of people in there. A video, of course, is tweeted out, within minutes of that thing going on. And today, surprisingly enough, the owners of the Grizzly Rose have voluntarily agreed to close the saloon. I don't think there's anything voluntary about it at all. I think that they said, you're done and you probably want to save face, so might be a good idea to voluntarily close while we prepare the paperwork for you being bad. I don't understand, right? Seriously. I understand you're in business, right? We're all in business. None of us are making any money. Get over yourself. Don't endanger the health of the community because you want to serve beer and have girls in cowboy hats dancing. That seems ridiculous in my mind. That's my political statement for the morning. Now I'm going to have a cup of tea and calm down. I'm not, just because you wear a cowboy hat doesn't mean that you're dumb, right? Does it? I don't think so. I think that means that you can do stuff. But one of those is wear a cowboy hat in the modern age when nobody should be wearing a cowboy hat. unless you're out in the farm working, right? I don't know what you wear a cowboy hat at night for. There's no point in that. I guess it's not different than me putting on this shirt, right? That's my cowboy hat. All right. How is everybody? Where are we at? What time is it? It's time to get going. Let's play some harmonica. Sandy's in, 35 degrees, bright and sunny up in northern Michigan. The calm before the storm. Yeah, see, we have a storm coming in today as well, Sandy. So tomorrow we'll all commiserate about being cold. Marsha's in. Good day to you. Diane, back today. Decided that golf yesterday was better for the mental health than harmonica and you. Yeah, I love playing golf. I just don't have any time to do it. And so if you don't work on golf, you get bad really fast. And so I was, 90, 91, 92 kind of player. Well, it's not a great player, but not terrible. And then I got serious about making music, and then the last time I went, I don't know what the number was, but it was big. So you got to go and practice a lot to get good at it. Still always beautiful just to go hang around on a golf course. Connie's in this morning. Don's in this morning. We're having people are worn out. I think we're having a low turnout today. That's okay. Maybe they don't like the music. I don't know. It is what it is. So let's warm up with simple gifts this morning. And I've been telling you guys I'm going to update this one, and I am, where it has a repeat. So on simple gifts, when you get to the bottom, just turn around and come back up to the top. And we'll do it 2 times through. Repeat. I thought I had already marked this, but apparently not. All right, repeat. All the way down the bottom, come back and play it a second time. This is a very good warm-up for your harmonica, I think, and not fast. This is a song you want it to sound. It was supposed to be a dance tune back in the day, so make it feel dancey. I think the words tend to leave it much more sort of kind of song, but we'll see. From the top. Good morning, Pauline. Good morning, Marcia. Small group, so let's all. Yeah, we have a small group, so you can give me this, right? Evelyn, 69 in Cuenca today. Sunny. Played disc golf yesterday morning before harmonica. Oh, see, all you guys are out taking advantage of the good weather. I went for a walk yesterday. We took the neighbor's dog for a walk, and this dog is not that great at walking. So she is all over everywhere, and every dog that comes by, we have to freak out. So it wasn't that great of a walk. Here we go. 3-beat count in. Simple gifts 2 times through. 1, 2, 3. To the top. Bend. nice. We'll put a repeat on that to clean up the sheet music here soon. I'm not positive when, but I am running behind on all of my sheet music writing for some reason. I don't know. Things just maybe I'm writing too much music. Maybe that's it. Or either last night I didn't get enough done. That's the main reason I'm all freaked out. Let's see. Marshall Smart. Let's see the summer. Christine made it in. 30 degrees up in Bozeman. Snow on the way. Okay. Yep. So we got another Arctic blast coming our way. We want more of that in the wintertime, right, guys? We used to be hate the snow. Now we're like, oh gosh, I hope it snows. All right, let's see. All right. Let's go do our scales this morning. Diatonic. There. All right, from the top, 4-beat count in, blow 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A minor scale, we'll draw 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very nice. Very nice. All right, that's all I know about that piece as well. Let's go do Mr. Bojangles. One of the things that I remember about Mr. Bojangles is there's lots and lots of not playing that goes on in this song. And I pulled it up earlier just to make sure that I was correct, and there is. So one of the things that is hard about this piece, it's in 6/8, and we usually count 6/8 as 1, 2, 1, 2. But as I was warming up with it, I thought it almost makes more sense to count this in 3 because you know how the melody goes. I knew a man, Bojangles, and he danced for you. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 4 in worn out shoes. 2, 3, 1, 2 with silver hair and ragged shirt and baggy pants. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. The old soft shoe. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So that's what I would be thinking about with this piece because the accompaniment player, whoever's on guitar or piano or ukulele or whatever other instrument is playing along with you, they are keeping that beat going behind the scenes. And 1, 2, 2. Now they might actually be playing 1, 2, 1, 2. And so if you play with somebody else, let them decide whether they're going to play it in 3 or in 6 or in 2. All of those are possibilities in 6/8. But I think when you don't have an accompaniment with you, just looking up at the sheet music and counting out your note lengths that way. We don't spend any time, I don't think, ever talking about the length of notes, and that's something I need to put into our resources guide, is how long each of these notes are. But on this song, you have the first notes, eighth notes. The first three notes are eighth notes. They have a little flag on the top. Those are each worth a half a beat. Then that next note, that quarter note, is a filled in black note with a dot after it. That's worth 1.5 beats. Now, it's weird because you're in 6/8 time, which means that there's actually twice as many beats in a measure as you'd think. And so in 6/8 time, the eighth notes are actually worth 1, and the quarter notes are worth 2. So a dotted quarter note is actually worth 3, but you don't want to, I don't know, it's hard to get your head around counting in 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on a song that's kind of slow and not melodic, but sort of long notes in there. It seems like doesn't make a lot of sense to count it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 instead of just counting it as 1, 2, 3, or even 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, playing it, I think it's easier to count those longer notes in 3, but you'll find your best method. I think the takeaway message I'm trying to stress here is you do want to count those long notes in some manner. So you don't want to just sort of wing it, hoping that you'll come in at the right time. I'm going to try to give you a good example of how I would count it as we play here. And I won't do it perfectly, but I'll get it close. And so you can see what I'm doing in my head, and then give you possibly some ideas of how you deal with these long notes on a piece like this, where it says that you're supposed to play "I knew a man, Bojangles, and he danced for you." And that's what it says, right? But that's not what you're going to do on harmonica. A vocalist may or may not do it. As a harmonica player, you're going to make it longer, however long you feel like it. But you're going to probably at some point be like, that's enough of that note. But you are counting in your head as you're going along, so that you come in at the right moment. Okay, let's give it a try. We'll see what happens. Not hard notes in this song, but hard length of notes. And so that in and of itself is a pretty important discussion that we should have as musicians about how do you count longer notes? How do you deal with these notes that on the paper it says pull it all the way through, but in reality, as a harmonica player, you're not going to go for all that whole time blowing it. It doesn't sound good. You're going to let the piano player or the guitarist drop in their little activity while you're getting ready for your next note. So let's try it, not fast. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and then back to the top. By the way, there's a missing 3 at the bottom of measure 40. That note there should have a 3 written under it. That's your pickup note to go back up to the top, and so you should have a 3 written under that. I went ahead and gave you that at the pickup note in measure 0, but it should, to be correct, should also show up down there underneath the last note in measure 40. So that's a typo. Now, let's talk about when you're playing solo. Okay, you don't have a guitarist, you don't have a ukulele player, you don't have a piano player, it's just you and your harmonica. You make those whatever distance you want to, and you're not going to play it like we just played it 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You don't care about that. You're going to make that note however long you want it to be, and then you're ready to get going again. So let me give you the example first so that you can see that was pretty correct the way we played it according to what the paper says, and that assumes that you're going to be playing with an accompanist. And the accompanist for you might be the MP3 player on the website, though most of you guys have discovered that. Go listen to it and play along to it. Those tend to be much faster than we play in class, and will make you better, honestly, as if you can get up to speed to play along with the MP3. And then you will have a backup band, and it'll sound amazing. But it is faster than we usually play here in class. So that's another way to play with an accompaniment. The way you're most likely to play is just you and the song, right? And you're going to grab a piece of music and get it as close as you, and get it to however you like it to. So let me give you an example of how I might end up approaching this, paying little attention to how long the long notes are. Right. So I'm paying basically no attention to the long notes, just playing whatever I feel like I want to play at any given time. As long as the overall feeling of the song comes out, I think that's fine. So two different thought process. One is, how correct do I want to be to the sheet music? And then the other one is, I don't have to be correct to the sheet music at all if I'm playing solo. I can use it as advice. And so be thinking about that when you're playing on your own. And these days, I'm giving you guys lots of time after class to spend a little bit of time with the door closed, right? Where people are like, oh, this is their harmonica time. Don't bother them. You get 15, 20 minutes every day now where you're just sort of like, all right, I'm going to go play just the way I want to play. And different between playing in an ensemble where you and I have to play together, and then I'm picturing a band in the background. So let's play it one more time. We'll do it twice through this time. Go down, do that repeat at measure 40, and we'll play it twice through. And I am going to try to keep the count pretty close. Okay, it won't be exact, but it'll be pretty close. 1, 2, 3. One, two. One, two. One, two. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. One, two. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. One, two, three. Go. Where am I? 5. Go. 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 So I ended up playing it 2 different ways. One was closer to the paperwork. One was just more what I was feeling. And then you get a chance on your own to figure out which one of those makes more sense for you. And again, if you love the song and you're trying to really get it close to the real thing, and you may actually use it as something you play for somebody at some point, go play along with MP3s. Playing along with the MP3s is very, very challenging in the beginning, but at some point you get where you're like, oh, I get this. I can see how to do it. And then you have a backing track to your harmonica playing, and it makes you sound fancier. So many of the harmonica videos I see on YouTube, they hit press and then here comes this whole symphony behind them, right? And then they just play to the symphony. It actually makes your work easier at some point because you're playing with a metronome fundamentally, but you're also playing with this entire orchestra of whatever you want in the background, and it ends up sounding really nice, and you're like, oh boy, harmonica is a legit instrument. And it just again makes you more correct to what's on the paper. Having said that, I don't really do that myself, in the sense that I want this to be just me and the melody, and that's it. And so sometimes I will, here on the broadcast, I try to keep the beat pretty consistent in what you'd expect. But when I'm playing on here in my room by myself, I'm just, whatever the pacing is, it is, and I don't spend a ton of time with it. The last thing I'll mention, on measure 6, I have noticed I have very consistently played quarter note, half note, rather than half note, quarter note on there. So when I do revise this piece of paper, I'm going to switch those to be in worn out shoes. What's here is in worn out shoes. That's what's written. What I'm going to change it to is worn out shoes, because I've just been since the day we published this, I've played it not the way it's written, and so I'm going to fix that. And then of course the 3 on the page too. So there's Mr. Bojangles, one of our more complicated songs to think about as you're putting it together. All right, let's play some chromatic harmonica. Those of you who are diatonic only, have a lovely day. Evelyn asked about whether I'm liking this harmonica, the Forerunner East Top Forerunner 12 holes. I do. I like it a lot. I was comparing the mouthpiece on this one to our 1040s, which is a little more squared off. And this one's not near as big and round as my Suzuki. It's still pretty big. And so I like them. I like all 3 of them. The Suzuki one is expensive. My Chromatica, which I haven't cleaned in a long time. I like that one. I haven't found a chromatic harmonica I don't like yet. So I guess that tells you where I am. Let's go play our scale. From the top to the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Isn't that lovely? All right. Be working on that one as well. And then our final song for today is Ash Grove. Tomorrow's Thursday. I'm hoping to have another song for you guys Thursday. I may or may not make it. I've got myself in a bit of a pickle with some other music I've written, and I'm just running out of time, guys. I'm going to try like heck to get you something posted for tomorrow. That's my goal is to really continue to pump up our chromatic section because we're running behind that compared to diatonic, and there's no reason to be behind on that. It's that those chromatic songs are the good ones in my mind. Ash Grove, a little old fashioned, but super beautiful, super fun. Play down through measure 8, come back to measure 1. Play down through measure 7, skip to measure 9. Play down through measure 17, come back to measure 1. Play down through measure 7, skip to measure 18. Okay, so you play the top 3 times, the middle part once, and the bottom part once. And I think I was going to change this to. I'm going to change that to an 8. All right, I got to start cleaning these up faster. This computer eventually eats my handwritten notes on here. This thing. All right, from the top. Dun 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 da da dum bum 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 ba da 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 rum bum 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 ba da 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 bum 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 bum. That's what you're going for. Those of you who don't have Ash Grove memorized, here we go from the top. 1, 2. Oh, it's a 2-beat canon. 1, 2. Isn't that fun? Isn't that beautiful? That's a nice song. I can't remember what the original was about. It's something about an ash grove, I presume. But I rewrote the words years and years and years ago for ukulele. Then it turns out harmonica, 4 syllables. Ukulele, 4 syllables. Life's grand. All right, you guys have a wonderful day. You got 10 15 minutes to sneak off and just play harmonica on your own, and you should do that, right? And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, Evelyn. Thank you all for being here. If you're logged in and you can hit the thumbs up button, apparently that's supposed to help me become famous, and we'll keep going from there. I'll talk to all of you tomorrow. Have a great day. See some of you in ukulele next. Talk to you later.